Okay, so there's a funny sign that says you can take a picture with these umbrellas, and it's mostly for girls, but who cares, I'm gonna do it anyway, so cheese! Let's go back inside. I'm here at Narita Airport. I'm here in Akihabara! Ah, look at that super potato! Okay! Hello! Ah, I've made it to Mirari Store Tokyo! You know, there's not many, I mean, this may not be one of the best views of the city, but you know what? This is my view of the city. This is what I wake up to every single morning. I wake up to this sight. I see the people getting ready for work and walking. This is my version of Japan. I hope I never forget it. Every morning starts out the same. Slight walk from the hotel over to Shinto Station. Today we are actually going to go to Tsukiji Fish Market. So let's get working on that. Come on, let's go. Okay, made it to Akiba Station and gotta find the Hibiya line, which, okay, I think is this way. But check it out, My Hero Academia wall. Let me see if I get a better look at it.
Such as colliding with other passengers or falling onto the train tracks. Thank you for your cooperation.
That was pretty cool. Still trying to find out where I'm going. Somewhere down. Let's go down. Let's go down. We're going down. Okay, so apparently directly out of the subway station right here is the exact meeting place for the Tsukiji Fish Market tour from Magical Trip. But over here, they got one of those bridges where you cross the street. You see those in anime all the time. Let's go. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. It's so bright out here. I need to put like my other lens cap on. That's pretty cool. You see these stuff in anime all the time, these like little crossings. Now granted, you can find these kind of crossings like in other cities around the world, I guess. But just doing it here is just make it that much more special, even though it really isn't that much different. But still, pretty cool. Let's walk around. I still got 50 minutes till I meet up with the tour. Okay, wow, it's really beautiful out here. This big temple behind me, Sakichi Temple, Hanganji. I know I'm butchering that. I can't say it right, but it's the temple here. It's right outside of the subway station for the Hibaya line. Hibane line. I'm like seriously butchering these names, but it's right outside when you get out the station, and it's really cool looking. There's a lot of people here. Even though it looks like there's not, like they're pretty much running around like everywhere and people taking pictures, so it's pretty cool. And then over here they have where they do the cleansing thing. I want to do it, but I don't know the process. Like I don't know like the steps, so I really don't want to screw it up, so I won't attempt it. Yeah, sorry about that. But let's go back and wait at the meeting spot. Should be time soon. Alright, hey everybody. So, I'm done with my magical trip tour of Tsukiji Fish Market. So, I finished there with Shin and Rachel, and I had a really good time. I was thinking about filming parts of it, but then when I really thought about it, like, I just wanted to embrace the experience and really like get to know my tour guides and just enjoy being a tourist. I know that I wanted to document every part of this trip, so I do apologize that I did not video for the Tsukiji Fish Market, but I just feel like everybody's done Tsukiji Fish Market videos. Like, there's so many of them out there. Like, you don't really need mine. So I do apologize if you were really looking forward to it, but I really had a good time. I highly recommend that you guys go and take the magical trip tours. If you can ask for Shin or Rachel, do so to be your tour guides, because they were awesome. I learned so much about the Japanese culture, especially like the Buddhism and Shinto thing that Shin was explaining to me. It was really cool. A lot of aspects I did not know about, and being able to go to the temple and pray, and being able to go to the Shinto Shrine and pay my respects there and pray, that was a lot of fun, and it was really culturally fulfilling, I guess you could say, or inspirational. I just really enjoyed it. And then the Tsukiji Fish Market, I ate so much good stuff. Oh, the food there is so good, and it was so cheap. And I remember Shin and Rachel were telling me that it's actually quite expensive, like the stuff that I was ordering, but to me it's cheap, because back in Jersey, and everything is expensive. If you want something Japanese, it's usually kind of expensive for the most part. So they were surprised, I guess you could say, to hear that how it was really expensive. But yeah, I can't recommend it enough. Magical trip. It's a great time, good people. And now I'm in Odaiba because I want to see the Gundam statue, so I'm going to Diver City. And right now I'm walking to Ueru Onsen. It's like an onsen theme park thing. I've never been to an onsen. I might as well do it at a theme park, be extra tourist about it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The only problem is that Shin put me on the right train to get here, but I got off at the wrong stop. Yeah. So I know where it is on the map, so I'm walking there now. Like, supposedly there's a bus that goes around to all these famous places, but I couldn't find the bus station or the bus stop at the station that I exited off at. But according to the map, I'm not that far, so I'm just walking there. So when I get to Ueru Onsen, I will film parts of it, but not all of it, obviously, because it's an onsen, so people are bathing and getting naked. So definitely a no-no. But I will document as much as I can my experience there. I don't think Chitose is going to make an appearance because walking around the bathhouse with a vinyl doll is probably not a good idea. So she's really jealous that she has to wait in her carrier, but you know, I mean, it is what it is. Sorry, Chitose. So I think I'm coming up on it now. I could see the sign, I think. So wish me luck getting in. Hopefully everything is very English friendly. But everybody's been real nice, even though they don't speak English, some people. So I'm not worried at all. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I'm here in the onsen. I've changed to my yukata and I'm outside, and there's supposed to be a fish therapy where, like, I guess the fish eat your feet. I might try that, but I'm gonna walk around first. It looks really cool out here. There's supposed to be a foot bath somewhere out here too. So let me see. I'm gonna turn the camera around. You can see this behind me, but there's a gigantic spider, like, right there. It's kind of scary. So yeah, like, this is the outdoor area, and I already see there's some people over there with their feet in the water, so I'm gonna try and get that way. Okay, so I am here in the foot bath area, and it feels so good. After having so much fun in Tsukiji, I'm walking around everywhere, and it was really hot outside, especially with my dress shirt on and the book bag on. My back was getting all sorts of sweaty. It was kind of gross. So now I'm finally in here, and it feels so good. But the floor has rocks in it. Oh my god, my plantar fasciitis, it hurts so bad when I step on the rocks. I'll show you what I mean. Look down there. I like these big ass freaking rocks. And like every single one of them I stepped on, and my poor feet, like, it hurts so bad. Like so bad. Like this side over here, it's not that bad. But over here where I am, the rocks are really big. And that hurts, man. Like, I don't know about anybody else. Maybe it's supposed to be therapeutic, but that hurts, bro. Alright. I'm gonna try maybe the fish bath thing, but you gotta pay like an extra $16 to do that, so I might not. But who knows. But yeah, this is the area. This is what it looks like. Lots of families here. It's mostly families. Some couples. Very few loners like myself. But it feels good though. The water is so warm. And it's really helping my plantar fasciitis. Oh, just not the rocks. Yeah, the rocks part of this is not helping my plantar fasciitis. Although maybe it's supposed to, like it's supposed to like massage like when I walk on it, but it's totally not massaging. It hurts. I don't know what else to do, but it does feel relaxing to have my feet in the water. I'm gonna go in the onsen later, but I figure I'd do this part first because my feet are tired. My feet are so tired, and I think I did something wrong because everybody's carrying around towels. I think you're supposed to wipe your feet when you get out of the water, and I have no towel. So yeah, I might track water everywhere, but I mean the towel thing's over there, so I'll probably get it. I won't track water all over the place. But it's definitely a unique and interesting experience. I definitely recommend coming here, even though I haven't seen the entire place yet. I'm gonna go inside and get something to eat, although I already ate so much food at Tsukiji. Probably just gonna get a snack and some beer. Ooh, I need a drink right now. Alright, I'm gonna continue to sit here for a while and then I'll come back. Alright, so now I'm in the little restaurant eating area, and since I'm full, I only got myself as like a little treat, so I got two, I think it's a pair. It's two yakitori sticks for one order, and I got my beer. So I got the smallest beer because I'm not like the biggest drinker, but I did want some beer. So yeah, now I'm just waiting for my little, I'm waiting for a little buzzer thing to buzz, and then I can pick up my yakitori sticks. And then after that, hopefully some desserts. There was a lot of good stuff to choose from. I'm gonna have to think about it. Alright, give me a second. I'll think about it and then we'll be back. Okay, alright, so here we go. It's yakitori time. I'm gonna have my yakitori. It looks so good. That's so good. This has a little bit of a crunch to it. Last time I had yakitori was 2 days ago, and that was at the Konbini, the 7-Eleven Konbini. And don't get me wrong, it was absolutely delicious, but this is definitely better. It's fresher, and there's a crunch to it. There's crunchies? I don't know what that is. It's not batter. I think it's just the way they fried it. Absolutely delicious. I'm gonna finish this and my beer, and then I'm gonna get dessert. Okay, so I got this ice cream. They call it Japan Premium. I don't know. I think it's grape. It looks like grape. It smells like grape. I'm gonna try it. I'm totally 100% grape, but it's really good. It's actually really good. I think I'm gonna sit here and eat this for a while and just relax, and then I'm gonna actually hit the onsen. Can't film the onsen, so this is the last time you guys are gonna see me until I'm out of the onsen and probably out of the park. So this was a good experience so far. I'll let you know my afterthoughts once I'm done. Okay, I'm out of the Ueru Onsen. I came in, it was still sunny and bright out, and I get out and it's dark. And it's only I think 5 o'clock, so it gets dark kind of fast now. So I'm gonna catch the shuttle bus, and I guess I'm gonna go to Diver City. I missed the light show for the Gundam though, I think. So I might have to go back another day just to see that. But let's go find the bus. Alright, changing plans. I got on the wrong bus and it took me in the wrong direction. So I won't go to Diver City today. Instead, I'm gonna go right back to Akiba and visit Dull Point again for a second time. Get some stuff that I missed out on. And maybe see some other places in Akiba. And tomorrow I will try to do what's it called, Diver City, before I meet up with my friend and go somewhere else for lunch. So I'm gonna do that. Alright, so I'm gonna ride the subway and see you guys back in Akiba, I guess. Alright, let's go. Okay, it's like 9 p.m. right now, and the train station is still packed. And it was this packed at 6 p.m. and it's 9 p.m. and it's still packed. Hey everybody, and welcome back. We are back at the hotel. That means that it is the end of the day, and this is now day 4, which is Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, day 4. And man, what a day. It was really good, and then got really confusing, and then just kind of got like a little weird like towards the end. But it started out super great. So anyways, as you guys have already seen in the prior parts of the video, you know, I went to Tsukiji to meet up with Magical Trip to take a tour of Tsukiji Market. Now, like I said before, like I wanted to just really enjoy my time there and just embrace everything, and I didn't want to like look at things through a camera. So I didn't really film anything. But luckily enough, my very very nice and very kind tour guides, Shin and Rachel, were kind enough to take a lot of pictures of our tour anyways. So that was really awesome. I'll post them up here as we went along. So since I didn't videotape it, let me just give you a small run-by-run play. We went to the markets. Well, actually, no. First, we went to the temple, the Higan. I'm gonna butcher it, but it's a Buddhist temple, Higanji, I think it is. Higanji, and it's right outside of the exit when you get out in Sakiji from the subway station, and it's beautiful. It's really nice looking, and I actually got to go inside, which looked really cool. Like I've never seen a Buddhist temple before, and at least not in person. Maybe I have seen something somewhat like it, like on YouTube videos, but it's absolutely beautiful. The decoration, the architecture, everything was like really, really cool. And Shin, one of the tour guides, was kind enough to teach me how to pay my respects and pray in the Buddhist temple. So I did learn how to do that. So that's pretty cool. If I ever encounter another Buddhist temple, I'll know what to do. And then after that, he explained, like, you know, the differences in the sects in religion for the Buddhist religion. Between Buddhism and Shinto, so that was a lot of really cool information that I did not know about, that I actually really did want to know. I wasn't sure if Shin knew that I was really interested in that or not, but I was always curious because I didn't understand, you know, the differences, because I'm not Buddhist. I'm not, you know, I don't know them. So I thought it was really cool to understand, like, you know, what the Japanese do believe in, or at least the majority, I guess, of the Japanese do believe in, and how they go about their lives and what they believe things is or aren't or should be. It's really cool. It was really a great experience. So then after we left the temple, we went into the Tsukiji Markets, and that place is amazing. It's super narrow, it's super crowded, but there's like so much food that you can get. Now I didn't want to eat too much because we do have a lunch plan, so I wanted to make sure I saved up some space in my stomach to eat some yummy food, which we did. I'll get to in a moment. But the only thing I did try that I really wanted to try, I couldn't help myself, was unagi on a stick, because I'm a huge fan of unagi. So I did get that, and that was way delicious. I love unagi in the United States. I love it even more here in Japan. It just tastes more fresh. I don't know, there's more flavor, and the sauce, I guess, is very special to the booth that I got it from. So it was very delicious. And then I got like a mini dessert thing. I got a mochi. a green tea mochi with a strawberry on top. So it's like the only kind of mochi I've ever had in the United States is like regular. I guess I say regular, but it's mochi with ice cream inside, and it's very good. I like it. But here is a very different kind of mochi. Here it's not frozen like in the United States. It's soft. It's very very soft. And then the one I had was green tea, so it was filled with like green tea paste inside, and it was cut. It was sliced open on the top, not all the way, but kind of like you would do with like a bread, like where it has like a slice on the top for like to open a little, and then in that opening they shoved like a fresh strawberry like just coming out the top, and oh man, that was so good. Just like the matcha and the strawberry and the mochi, like the rice pudding. Oh, delicious. Maybe before I leave, I'll go back to the Tsukiji Markets and get more. I won't be able to bring it home because I think the customs won't let me. I think it has to be like packaged and sealed. But maybe I'll go back and just eat a bunch before I go. But it was very, very good. And then we went to a Shinto shrine afterwards, and I learned a lot about how to enter the Shinto shrine and how to purify yourself, and then also how to pray at the shrine. You know, the whole step that many of you have probably seen in YouTube videos, you know, where you throw the money, you ring the bell, and you clap. And it's things that I've seen a lot in YouTube, but like, you know, when you're there and you're on the spot, you don't know like what you're doing because you're like kind of like on the spot, so you're learning. And even if you think you know, it's like you kind of go out of, you may or may not go out of order, you know, depending on like how much you may or may not know about this. But anyways, I have seen it many times, but I just didn't know the actual structure or procedure. So I learned that, and it was really cool. I think I messed up because you're only supposed to clap twice. I clapped 3 times, and that's because apparently when everybody claps, it's loud enough like for everybody to hear. But my first time, I was kind of like baby clap, so like it was really silent. So I think only me and my tour guides heard the first clap, but I don't know. So then I was like, oh, maybe that didn't count. So then I clapped 2 more times, but like really loud. So I don't know if that screwed anything up, but it was definitely a really cool experience. And then after that, we went walking around to more parts of the fish market to see different things. And then we went to the restaurant. And in the restaurant, it was cool because you know what? You wouldn't even think there was a restaurant there. Like you see the markets, right? And there's all these different booths. And then like in between some of the booths, there's like a small like opening. And if you walk down that opening, it leads to like a hallway or an alleyway with like many different mini shops where you can sit and eat. So we actually went in that hallway and we followed this lady that took us to our booth. It actually had space for a booth, so we had our own private booth that we sat in. And I ordered what's it called, salmon. It's like seared salmon belly and more unagi. So over rice with miso soup, and oh, it was so good. Like I've had unagi over rice in America many times, and here it was so good, so fresh. So yeah, that was just absolutely delicious. But yeah, it was really cool. And then after that, we went to this building. I think it's the Dentsu building. But there's this elevator in the basement, because we went down a couple escalators, where you get on, and there's no buttons. I noticed, like, when I was looking around, there were no buttons on the elevator except for open and close the door. So we got in, and he hit close, and it just went straight up, like, all the way up to, like, I think it was the 54th floor. And up there is a big observatory where you can see, like, it's like, I guess, southbound out is what you're seeing. So we had a clear shot of Odaiba a little bit to our left, and then down below us to the right-hand side, there's like a garden that's over there. I think Shin said it was an imperial garden. And then the big empty area on the bottom left is where the original Tsukiji fish markets used to be. Until recently they moved to Toyama, I think he said it was. But yeah, you can see that big empty area, how big the market used to be. And I don't know what's going to happen to that area now. Shin had some ideas of what may happen, but nobody really knows for sure. So we'll just leave it at that. We have no idea what's really gonna happen. But yeah, and then that's where the tour ended. And we were supposed to say our goodbyes and everything like that, but they asked me where I was going next, and I told them I wanted to go to Odaiba, and Shin and Rachel were very kind enough to escort me to the proper station where I was supposed to go to Odaiba, and then we parted ways. So it was really really cool. And even though I got on the right train, because I'm heading over to this place called Ueru Onsen. For English, I guess it's like, because it didn't say that on the actual place, but a lot of people refer to it as Onsen World, and it's basically an onsen theme park. So for those of you that don't know what an onsen is, it's like an open air bath, like hot spring water bath, and it's a communal bath, so everybody bathes together, but men and women separate, of course. Men and women are different areas, but all the men bathe together. It's not like it's like individual stalls or anything. So I took some video of that, as you guys have already seen, but the thing that you didn't see in the video was the actual bath part of it. So I'll take this time to explain a little bit of what that was like. So it's kind of like in high school in America, if you play any kind of sports, all your teammates, you all change in the same room, you all bathe in the same room. It's pretty much the same thing. Like, there's a changing area, you all change there, and then there's a bathing area where everybody like bathes. But instead of having showers along the walls, the Japanese have stalls, like miniature stalls with pedestals or little is it pedestal? I don't know if that's the right word, but there's like a little bench or something that you sit on, and then you have like your own shower head, your own sink, your own bucket, and there's already shampoo, conditioner, and soap there for you to use freely. So, and they have upon request you can get a shaver and some toothbrush. So I didn't know what you were supposed to do. Like, I know you're supposed to bathe. I mean, come on, I know that. But like, I didn't know like how the process went of like picking a booth. So I just assumed, and I was right, that you just pick an empty one. But it was just weird because I saw an empty one, and like, by the way, you're not wearing a robe, so you're just butt naked, just walking around everywhere. So like, I was a little self-conscious at first because in America we don't usually do a communal bathing where everybody's just walking around naked. So it was just interesting, and I felt a little. That's when you really feel more comfortable with your own self, with your own body. So anyways, I ran really fast to the first open booth, right? And I sat down, and I sat on somebody's towel. I was like, oh crap, I think this is somebody's booth. So I got up and I left. I went to another booth, but nobody else went back to that booth that I sat at. So I think somebody just left their towel there, or at least I hope so, but nobody went back. So I did my whole thing. I bathed or whatever, and I cleaned myself off. And then I went to the onsen, which is the hot bath. And there were many different types, actually. There's like the indoor onsen, which is what I went into, and you just walk in there and you soak in there, and your towel you can't bring with you, and your hair can't touch the water, so you can soak all the way up to here. And then there's like another one where the sign says micro bubble bath. I wanted to try that, but that was packed with like people, like everybody's squished in. And then there was another bubble bath, but it was individual stalls like off to the other side, and that was packed too. So I only took the regular onsen, which was no bubbles. It was just just straight up water. You just sit in it, you just lay in there, and that was so relaxing. After walking for so long, it felt so good to just sit down and soak in the hot water. Oh, it was great. And then there's the open air bath, and I was like, hey, while I'm here, I might as well try the open air too. And that was a unique experience. I've never walked around outside bare butt naked. So like, you're just everybody walking around outside. So I guess if you're the type of person that goes to nude beaches, it's kind of like the same, but I've never done that. So it was very weird being just outdoors. Like, I could totally understand it in anime where like people like get self-conscious that, oh, the peeping Tom boy's looking over the fence, for the girls or whatever, because like, there's a fence there, and like you're just standing around naked, sitting around naked, and I'm just like, oh my god, is anybody looking? Like, I'm sure nobody's looking, but it was just such a weird and surreal feeling. But But like you get used to it because everybody's doing it. So it's not like, everyone's covered up and you're the only one naked, or if everyone's, just kind of hiding. No, everybody's just there and just out there, and it's just, once you get acclimated a little bit, you become more comfortable, and it's just like, yeah, you just kind of lay back and just enjoy it. So sitting outdoors and feeling the cold outdoor air and the breeze, like, blowing onto you, and then the rest of your body like soaked in the water, felt so good. I'm gonna have to do another onsen before I leave. If not anywhere else, then maybe I'll go back to on Ueru Onsen. But that was definitely really cool. And then after that, when I got out of the onsen, I was supposed to head over to Diver City to see the Gundam statue, but I enjoyed myself way too much in Ueru Onsen that it was already like 6 o'clock. So I was in there for like almost 3.5 to 4 hours. So 6 o'clock, Diver City was still open, but it was dark, and I already missed the last light show for the Gundam, which I believe was supposed to be 5 o'clock. So I was just like, you know what? I really want to experience everything, so I just didn't go, and I took the train back to Akihabara. So I had to take the subway and then take the Yamanote line, and that's where I experienced like the weird thing. Like, so how do I say this the right way? So when I got on the Yamanote line, first of all, it was 6 o'clock, so we were all packed as sardines. And my Mirai carry bag is slim compared to a lot of other bags, but I don't care what bag you have that you carry your doll in, no bag is slim enough for a packed train in Japan, because people were pushing and shoving. And I've been in packed trains before, but I guess that wasn't even the extent of how packed it can get. Like, I must have hit the busiest rush hour traffic because people were pushing and they did not care. There was no niceties about it. There was no sumimasen. It was more like, they just shove you in there. And it's not even like the transportation police people were the ones that were pushing you in. It was just other people. One guy actually backed into the door, grabbed the top of the door, and used that to push himself against other people to push everyone back in. I was just like, yo, that's, oh my god, Chitose. So that was just crazy. So at one of the stops, this salary man in a suit gets on, and he gets squished in right next to me, like right to my shoulder. And this other gentleman gets on, and he, and I don't want to misspeak and be inappropriate, but he looked a little, I don't know, like dangerous, maybe maybe the right word, I don't know, but he looked a little different, right? And he got onto the train and he went next to the salaryman that was next to me, and he was saying stuff like something in Japanese, low, like really low, but really stern. Like, kind of like you would, like the stereotype, okay, please don't get mad at me for saying this, but it was almost like in the movies, like if you see Japanese movies, like the stereotypical, like, Yakuza gangster thing. I don't know if he was that. I have no idea if he was that or not. No idea. But he kind of, like, gave off that appeal, you know? He had, like, the cool slick back hair, and he had, like, the goatee thing and everything. He was wearing all black, and he came up to the salaryman, and he violently grabbed him by the shirt and shoved him against me. So, like, he was pushed against me and he was shoving him like this against me, and he kept saying something to him like da-da, da-da, like whispering but stern. And the other guy, he was just like, he I couldn't really see his face because his back of his head was towards me, but he was like, no. He just kept saying no, or yeah, and the guy would not let up, right? So I didn't want any part of this, and my book bag was like in the way of everybody, so I thought this guy was gonna pick on me next. So I just turned, I looked the other way. I didn't want to get picked out. And when the next stop came and the doors opened, the salaryman wanted to get out, and the other guy, the angry guy, grabbed him and threw him back against me again and wouldn't let him leave. And he kept saying something again in Japanese, and he kept staring at him and looking at him like this, like this. And I was just like, oh my god, like, what is going on? And that happened, and I was on there for a while. So then, like, two stops later, right? The angry guy, when the doors open, tried to shove the salaryman out the door. And I'm thinking at this point, the salaryman's probably like, thank God, I just want to get away from this guy. But for whatever reason, the salaryman was like, no, he did not want to leave. Like, he kept trying to push him, and he did not want to leave. And the guy just kept yelling at him. And meanwhile, as this is going on, everybody around me, everybody's doing the same thing I'm doing. They're all looking away. No one's saying anything. And I felt so bad for this guy, the salaryman that was next. I felt so bad. Like, he was a little guy too, and I'm short, and this guy was shorter than me, and the angry guy was taller. So I know I'm rambling and this is a really long video, but I thought maybe I'd share it with you, as this was a very unique experience. So what happened is that he didn't want to get off, and I guess that made the angry guy more angry. But the doors closed, and luckily the next stop was my stop. It was Akihabara, and I was gonna get out, and the two of them still stayed on the train, and I didn't know how to get out because I needed to go this way, and they were right there. And luckily, the people behind me, they left, so I backed out backwards, then hooked around them and just darted. I just left. I ran out of that train. I didn't want anything to do with it. And then after that was pretty much a somewhat normal night. I went shopping somewhere in Akihabara for places I didn't get to see yet. Unfortunately, I still have not found the thing I've been looking for the past 4 days I've been here, which is an IC card pass case. There's plenty of them around, but I'm looking for a specific one from an anime show, and I'm hoping I can find it. So I still have a couple more days to keep looking. But I did that, and then I stopped at the Gundam Cafe, which it must be an annex version, the one in Akiba, because it's very small, and it didn't have all the options that I've seen in other YouTube videos. So I'm assuming when I go back to Diversity and Odaiba, I'll probably have more stuff. But this place didn't really have that much to pick from. So I just got like some onion rings and a coffee. And then that was it. That was the end of my day. That was a beautiful day with a really awkward, somewhat scary kawaii moment, and then a somewhat shopping day in Akiba because it's a little because I was really rushing. I only had an hour before everything closed, so I was kind of like running all over the place. But that's it. That's the end of my video and my vlog for for day 4 in Japan. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are not mad with all my rambling. I hope you enjoyed the stories. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section down below. If you have any comments to let me know, maybe things I did inappropriately or things I did good, or maybe whatever, I'd love to hear from you. Put it down in the comment section down below. So remember, this is the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And that's it for me, Shizusan and Chitose. We will see you guys in the next episode of the Daily Vlog here in Japan 2019. Bye!
This is our time, this is our life. Sometimes all you need is a smile to get by.